All right, everybody, welcome to the webinar today with Scott Pierce at Listings to Leads. We've got Shannon Pyatt, who's been a longtime client of ours from eXp Realty. Shannon, you good to go there?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. So we also got Vince Meza from Listings to Leads, one of our broker specialists. So if you're a broker on this call and have any questions about Listings to Leads, you can always contact Vince Meza, vince@listingstoleads.com. But Shannon has been a client of Listings to Leads forever, for a long, long time. Top agent, formerly with Keller Williams, now with eXp Realty. And I'm just going to let Shannon take it. Shannon, why don't you share with us some of the stuff that you've been doing lately with Listings to Leads for everybody?
Absolutely. Scott, Vince, thank you guys so much for having me on here. I really appreciate the opportunity. Yes, I have, feels like I've been with you guys since the onset. I think I'm still a beta tester, aren't I, guys? That's been a long time for sure. But I will tell you, Listings to Leads has really made a major difference in my life. Not just the landing pages, the squeeze pages, all the different things that you can build, but to dive into that even more is, you guys are the reason that I get probably 90% of my listings that I go on. I mean, seriously. Because I'm able to show them, hey, this is what I'm going to do for you. This is how I'm going to do your coming soon marketing. This is how I'm going to do your pre-marketing. This is how I'm going to do your active marketing. This is how I'm going to do your open house marketing, your pending marketing, your sold marketing. And I go through and I show them step by step how this particular system not only helps me to get a buyer for their home, but it in general helps me to be able to close listing appointments, right? That's what we all want to do when we go on these listing appointments. I mean, we want something that's going to wow the seller. Would you not agree?
You got it. Exactly.
And that's what you guys offer. So what I've done is I'm one of these people. I was telling the guys earlier before we got on the line with everyone, and I said, look, there are thousands, if not tens of thousands of products out there that people will just take your money. We've got the next best thing since ice cream, since sliced bread, since whatever, right? We've got all of that. And so what I've learned is, and I do some coaching as well. So what I've learned in my coaching is, and in my real estate career as well, is there's just a handful of products that are really worthwhile. Does that make sense? I mean, there's thousands of them out there, but there's only just a handful that would truly make a difference in your life. People say, oh, I want a really pretty website. I want this, I want that. You know what? I want to help you make your phone ring. I want to help you get listings. I want to help you get buyers. That's what my coaching is about. It's not about being pretty and all this different stuff, right? And that's not what I focus on. And so there's a handful of products out there that you must have in order to be successful, in my personal opinion. I've used them all. You name it. I mean, I've used them all. And Listings to Leads is certainly one of those programs. Without a doubt. If you don't have a Listings to Leads account, you need to have a Listings to Leads account. As a matter of fact, I think Scott's even going to offer you through me, I believe, a 21-day trial. Is that right, Scott? 21 days?
Yep, I got the link up. I'll be sharing that here in a little bit with everybody as well.
Yeah, so there's no reason that you don't sign up and at least try it, if nothing else, and see how it can make your life better. Now, with the company that I'm currently with, I'm with eXp Realty, and we are provided absolutely free our program called KV Core. Now, it used to be Conversion, and Conversion is an incredible tool. It allows you to be able to have social profiles of people. So if a lead comes in, I can click on their name and click validate. And what's going to happen is they're going to search the web for all kinds of information for this particular person. It's going to look in Facebook, and it's going to look in LinkedIn, it's going to look in Google Plus, it's going to look in YouTube, and whatever is out there, it's going to compile all that information together for me, and it's going to put it together in one file right directly in my KV Core system, which is pretty incredible, because if I need to find a telephone number for most people, and if they're a business person and they have a LinkedIn account, You can guarantee there's a phone number and at least a valid email address there. So you're able to get the information that you need on the back end with this particular system, KV Core. The other thing that KV Core does, and this is why I like to link it together with listings to leads, is that it allows me to be able to do nothing but make the phone calls. So as you see here, I'm going to scroll through and show you. These are the leads, Scott, Vince. These are the leads that I've generated in just the past 30 days. Okay.
And are these from listings to leads or combination or what?
These are all from listings to leads with one other tool that I'm going to share with you today. But you can see that's quite a few leads there, you know. And if you look, there's a lot of seller leads with information on these seller leads. Okay. And so what I like about this system is it allows me, let's say I click into this one here that's a seller lead. Okay. If they're set up on a campaign, which this particular person's not set up on a campaign yet, but if they were set up on a campaign, which originally it will automatically put them on a campaign, I've taken them off because this particular one did not want to continue to be contacted. You have that from time to time, but you can see here, look at all this contact information that KV Core is pulling up for me. See there? Everything. It's letting me know about her email. There's her LinkedIn. You see this? And so what it does is I can click on upcoming touches, and what it will do is it will actually send out emails, text messages, reminders, tasks. It will even, if she goes on after 14 days, it will notify me and say, okay, you know, this particular person has been on after 14 days, or this particular person has looked at 5 properties, or this particular person has saved a property, and it will notify me, and then it will automatically send a text message and an email to that person. So the only thing that I'm responsible to do in KV Core is make the phone call. So it's a pretty incredible system. Plus, it also offers lead generation where you can build your squeeze pages and landing pages. But I like your landing pages so much better. I like the squeeze pages for KV Core because they go directly to properties. Does that make sense, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
But I like your landing pages for sellers because they look good. Okay. And, you know, as sellers are looking for, you know, what kind of quality, right? What kind of quality are you going to give me? Is it going to look crappy? Is it going to be good quality? And so that's the one thing. So that's why I couple these two programs together. Now, having said all of that, I believe it's about time to switch back over and let Scott kind of take over with the presenting, because I'm going to walk you through how I was able to get all of those particular leads. So bear with me just a second here, and I will get that over to Scott.
All right, there we go. Awesome. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. So the key, and one of the key things, of course, is when you're generating leads, where are they going to get to? So Shannon is talking about getting the leads from listings to leads into KV Core. So we've got APIs with Boomtown, with Zapier, with Lion Desk, Wise Agent, Contractually, and other market leader and so on. So getting those leads into those programs is critical. And one of the things that Shannon was doing, I'll get back to the other page in a second, but talking about the seller landing pages, Shannon, why don't you talk about this right here and what you're doing with this? So this is a property valuation landing page going after seller leads, but Shannon, share what you're doing here with this.
Absolutely. Will you do me a favor though? Will you refresh your screen so that they can see that it automatically plays? I set it up to where it automatically plays. So as you can see, when a seller goes to this page, there's a company out there called Trip Valet, and what they've done is they have certificates, complimentary gift certificates or vacation vouchers, if you will, who basically I can send people for 4 days, 3 nights in Vegas or Orlando. I can send them 7 days, 6 nights in Mexico, various different places that I can send these particular people just for getting a home evaluation. Now, I do have people tell me all the time, let me ask you this, is it a RESPA violation? The answer to that question is no, it is not a RESPA violation. A RESPA violation is whenever you are inducing someone to sign a contract. So if this said, list your home with me and I will give you 7 days and 6 nights in Mexico, that is an inducement. If it said, you want a list of properties. If I say, do you want a list of properties sent to your email every day to keep you updated on the market for anyone? I'm not asking for a contract. I'm just asking them, do they want the service? Do they want a home evaluation? If that's the case, then yes, I may offer this particular certificate because that is not inducement for a signed contract. That's number one. Number two is they do have to pay their airfare and they do have to pay their taxes. Just like with The Price is Right, let's make a deal, whatever, you win a car, you win whatever, what do you always have to pay? You always have to pay the taxes, right? That's just the way that it is. And so this particular program is not an inducement. So I don't want people to think this is a RESPA violation. It's one thing I keep hearing over and over and over again. And no, it is not a RESPA violation if you use it in the manner that it is built for. Now, these particular videos are already made through the company Trip Valet. Okay, they're already made up for you. If you're an EXP agent, they're already made up with EXP information. If you're a Keller Williams agent, they're already made up with Keller Williams information. Whatever it may be, these videos are already done. They've got an entire Facebook that will basically go through and tell you step by step, here's how you do this and how you bring people into your fold, so to speak. And so like right here, this is a prime example. I've got this where I put it out on my Facebook and I say, curious about your Lake Norman home value, ? Check your value and instantly receive a complimentary vacation certificate of your choice from Orlando or Vegas. Redeemer is responsible for airfare and taxes only. Hotel accommodations provided, no timeshares. Okay, and by the way, there are no timeshares, just so you know. You do not have to sit through a timeshare with any of this stuff, so don't think anything like that. So they click on this link and then they put in their information through listings to leads. It allows them the opportunity to get their home evaluation immediately. And then what we do is we have a back office where we go and type out their name and their email address and we send off the certificate. And we're able to get that particular certificate to them. And so then, you know, just for inquiring on their home value, they're winning 4 days, 3 nights in Orlando or Vegas.
So these and these are just regular posts, right? These are not even ads that you're doing to generate seller leads using this.
No. These are just regular posts. And then, of course, what I would do is I would share these in some groups. If you have like yard sale groups or trade sale groups or something like that, you can go into your Facebook page and just click the share link. You can boost the post if you want to boost the post. There's various different ways that you can do it. But literally what I did was I just put this out there. I shared it to a couple of different groups, through Facebook online. And literally within 7 days, I got 50 seller leads. Now, here's the powerful thing about this. They're not just seller leads. As you saw earlier, there's a bunch of leads there, right? They're not just seller leads. They're not just actual, how many times do we get just an email address or just a mailing address and nothing else, right? Well, these people are leaving a valid email address, a valid phone number, and a valid name. Why? Because they're not going to get the certificate if they don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I mean,
no, that's awesome.
Leave the right information. So if you want good quality seller leads, people that are, that are not only interested in their home value, but are going to leave valid information for you to follow up with them, then really, I haven't found any situation that does a better job than building these particular landing pages. And you can see here what I did. And in listings to leads, it's not hard to do. I just go and went and found these photos, right? So you want to make sure they're good quality, good size photos. You don't want the tiny little ones because they're not going to look right, and I don't even think they'll upload on L2L, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, and I think what's so cool about this is the fact that everybody, their brother, their mother, their father are running Facebook ads for seller leads. All right, and they all start looking the same after a while, right? And the inducements are always the same after a while. And so to have a hook, right? To have, I don't want to say gimmicks, that's not the right word, but just to have a hook like this that is going to capture their attention. And like you said, if they don't put in the right phone number, the right email address, they're not getting anything. All right. And that you're doing this for free is absolutely awesome. And so many of the landing page providers right? You get one landing page, and you got to use that landing page. Can hardly change even the image, let alone to create multiple. With listings to leads, you get unlimited landing pages. So to be able to create these landing pages on the fly as you need, right, without having to worry about, well, I only have one and what's it going to look like today or tomorrow, just to be able to create these on the fly with different messages, right? What's your Charlotte area home worth now? You got a video about one area. You got another landing page about Lake Norman home values. This one's going for Vegas. So the ability to create these landing pages with different offers, to have the offer relating to the travel vouchers, capturing the valid names and emails, right? So for everyone that's out there, and you start worrying about the fact that, well, you know, everyone's running these types of ads, everyone's running these same landing pages. Well, this is such an awesome hook to capture their attention, to offer something that's not a RESPA violation, that's totally legal. Talk to your MLS, talk to your broker if you're not sure about that. But you heard from Shannon about why it's not a RESPA violation. It's just an absolutely brilliant opportunity here. And so what we're going to do is, because we don't want to get into the weeds too much on this, Shannon is going to record another video, very on point, and we're going to send it to everybody later this week, where Shannon's going to really get into how this works. All right, we don't want to sit here on a webinar and bore everyone to death getting into how do you do this type of thing. Shannon's going to record all of that on a separate video, and we're going to send that out to everybody later on this week, so that you've got both this recording, we are recording this video, and you'll have his video as well. All right. So Shannon, anything else before we let you go here and that you want to share with everybody?
Yeah, there's two more or a couple more things that I want to make sure people understand, is that these trip vouchers that you're giving away for Vegas or for Mexico or for wherever it may be, these particular vouchers are, guys, listen to this word, and I'm not making this up. If you're part of this particular, if you sign up and have this particular, this joinmytravelteam.com right here. If you go there and you sign up for $97 a month, you're going to get unlimited trip vouchers.
So you don't have to worry. You might generate 300 leads. That's fine.
It doesn't matter. Exactly. You can give those out. And here's the best part. I can take one. So there's 10 vouchers, right? And I can take one trip every month myself, I can take 10 trips a year, literally for free myself. Okay.
Awesome.
And then I can give one of those out to each person per year. So I can't like Scott, I couldn't send you to Vegas 4 times. I could send you to Vegas one time. I could send you to Mexico another time, right?
Yep.
But I'm able to do that, and I'm able to give these out. And there is an affiliate program as well. If you guys are interested, I'm gonna make a whole video on that that'll explain how you could actually earn, get this, Scott, you can earn up to 50% back in your affiliate program. 50% back of what you're spending every month.
Well, I think just to be able to have a hook, like I said earlier, right? I mean, so many people, we hear it all the time from people, hey, we want to join up, but everything's played out and Facebook is blah, blah, blah. You know, I hear that all the time. So right. Again, just to have a hook like this to where I can start generating some leads without having to pay for the actual Facebook ads. And I'll tell you what, I was going to show this a little bit later, but this is an example of another video, another landing page, full screen. And I'm just showing this because the idea of using video, right? A lot of people talk about video, whether you do the video like what you saw Shannon's page, where it's on the left-hand side of the lead form. You can do the video full screen like this on that same landing page. So it's an awesome application for using video, in addition to just doing the property valuation landing pages, going after seller leads like this. So the video idea is awesome. You can do video ads. You could do video on the landing page, have a hook like this. Again, whether you generate 30 leads or 300 leads, it doesn't matter, because once you're part of the program, you get those unlimited travel vouchers that you can give out to people. And I'm sure you can go after buyer leads with that. You can go after seller leads with that, right? You can go after any kind of lead. You could probably even offer for a listing presentation, right? Do a listing presentation, boom.
And speaking of unlimited, guys, when you sign up for listings to leads, these pages that you see here that you can literally make in 30, 45 seconds, I mean, you're going to get those in unlimited fashion as well.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So Shannon, thank you so much. I'll look forward to getting that video from you. We'll make sure we send that out to everybody. Wanted just to mention for anyone that's on the call who's not a client, so I'm sure some people on the call are clients, and if you're watching the recording, this link is valid forever, essentially. ShannonL2L.info. So if you want to take advantage of his affiliate link with listings to leads, you can sign up and get a 21 free day trial versus the 14-day free trial at our website. So don't forget that link, ShannonL2L.info. These are a couple of examples of his landing pages. So if you want to see these later as well, I'm sure Shannon will share those with you. And then you'll see more information about this in the video that we'll send out a little bit later from Shannon talking, where he'll just get into more of the details on this. But joinmytravelteam.com, that is Shannon's link to Trip Valet incentives. So if you want to get more information about this, you can go to this link right here and just understand that that also is for Shannon. So if anything that you do through here, maybe ask a question or try to get more information, you'll be dealing with Shannon there as well. So awesome, well, Shannon. Dude,
from me direct as well if they're part of my team.
Awesome, perfect.
Hey, Scott.
All right, yes.
Scott, before you let Shannon go, I want to bring up just a totally different thing. Earlier, you were showing Shannon's ad, and it was actually what it looked like on Facebook. Can you pull that page up again? Yeah, it might have been there. Yeah. So Shannon, you're still on the call, right?
Yes, I am.
Those totally different concept. I'm not going to divert us too long, but I talked to, Scott and I do a lot of trainings on Facebook advertising. There's always a discussion of, well, first question is, do I need a business page? And the answer is, of course, yes. Some people are asking, do I need a community page? And we have a lot of people talking about community pages, and that's cool. But I often, for all these years, I very frequently refer to you, because on your business page, which we're looking at right here, it's Shannon Pyatt Home Marketing System. And I wanted, if you wouldn't mind, to speak a little bit to that, because as a realtor, you are just making it very clear that, yeah, you're going to help sell a home. And a lot of people, especially when you talk about the community page, agents feel like, well, it's a little less salesy and things like that. And I'm not saying you're putting a sale on it, but could you just speak a little bit to that? Because you're, I think, in one way, you kind of stand out in that way to me. Of all the realtors that are out there, you're pretty much putting it right there in front of them. I'm going to mark it.
Thank you, Vince. I appreciate that. Scott, do you mind if I take over the presenter for just one more second again? Is that okay with you?
Yeah, definitely. Let me flip it back to you 1 second.
I just want to.
There you go. You can see the.
Vince is talking about here. Okay. So let me go here. I'll go to social. Okay, and so this is my particular business page. Guys, I post to this. People say, do I need a business page? The answer is absolutely yes, absolutely. Because you're not going to be able to boost anything from your personal profile. There's a lot of things that you cannot do as just a personal profile. And not to mention, you're also the person who's standing up at the party, waving your hands in the air going, I'm a realtor, pick me, right? So yeah. You don't want to be that person, right? So you've got to find a way to get people over to your business page. In my personal opinion, you got to find a way to get people over to your business page, and then you bombard all your real estate stuff on that business page. And then in your personal page, you just every once in a while throw in something that makes them curious. Okay. Oh, hey, want to win a trip to Vegas? Go to my business page and click like right now, because there's a chance that you could be on your way to Las Vegas for 4 days and 3 nights.
Well, and I think what's awesome about this, and I think what Vince is getting to, and what Shannon, what you've nailed, is it's not Shannon Pyatt L2L Realty, right, or something like that. It's Shannon Pyatt Home Marketing System. That's more of an action type of phrase. letting people know what you're going to do for them versus what you are, right? I mean, I don't need to know Shannon Pyatt Realtor or Shannon Pyatt EXP Realty, because that doesn't really tell me that much. But Shannon Pyatt Home Marketing System, okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a home marketing system as a seller, as a homeowner.
Exactly, and that's why I have these particular. I mean, you see here, I've got my featured agent magazine where I was featured, and then I've got pictures of this particular listing that we're promoting this week. Right, we're doing that because that's part of the Shannon Pyatt Home Marketing System. And any of my sellers, when they list with me, the very first thing I tell them is, hey, you've got to like this page, because this is where you're going to be seeing your property. This is where you're going to be seeing what I'm doing to market for you, the different giveaways that I will be doing. I put it all in there, and so you've got to be active with this. I'm constantly. This goes back to when I was talking about squeeze pages versus landing pages. Let me kind of, if you don't mind, I don't mean to take up too much time here, Scott, but if you don't mind, I want to show the difference between a squeeze page and a landing page. Okay, so a squeeze page is something that you utilize through your conversion system or through your boomtown system or whatever, because a squeeze page is going to essentially do this. It's going to take them directly to those particular properties, and it's what I call a sticky page. Okay, so as soon as they say, okay, oh, I like that house, I want information on that house, they click view details, and it's going to immediately now say you need to register. Okay, so that's one way with KV Core that I get my buyers. But then I also have things such as this, okay, right here, for sale in Newton, North Carolina. This is one of my listings. I always believe with L2L, you must have the text codes, okay? You can try to do it without, but I'm telling you right now, the text codes make a world of difference, okay? And so if you click on this, now this is a totally different looking page, but it's also a sticky page, and therefore it's going to make them, see, before they can move any further, they have to continue with Facebook or use their email. Okay, and so this is the type of stuff that you're able to do. But this is what I tell people, is like, look, my business page is chocked full of nothing but how I market homes. You see that? That's awesome. All it is. And that's what you've got to do. If you don't have the time, hire an assistant, hire a virtual assistant. You can get one literally that will do this for $5 an hour, and they will go in and they will post from listings to leads. They will post from your KV Core. They will post from whatever system that you have. And believe me, you need to have this going. And then what I do is I go through every week and I look and I say, okay, well, that post reached 60 people. Okay, and this post reached 86 people. And this post reached 73 people. Oh, we got 115 here on this one. I'm going to boost that one. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you're boosting those posts that got the most organic views.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you see something that says it has 12 people, keep rolling. Don't, but the key is with squeeze pages, landing pages, whatever it is, and I train this every day with my coaching clients. If there's anything that I tell people that they need to do, is every single day you need to post at least 2 to 3 squeeze and or landing pages to generate business on a business page. And then you go back at the end of the week and you boost 2 or 3 of those particular posts that you put on for the week. And when you do this, it gets out and people go, oh yeah, that's that Shannon Pyatt Home Marketing System. I literally was in the place where the car wash not too long ago, just the other, like maybe, I don't know, a few weeks ago. And a guy walks up to me and he does not even know me. And he said, "You're Shannon Pyatt Home Marketing System."
Great.
That's what you want to hear. That's how you know your marketing is working, right?
Yeah, how funny was that? This guy, I don't even know who he was, right? And he's like, "You're Shannon Pyatt Home Marketing System." He said, "Man, I love what you do." He said, "I follow you all the time." And I'm like, okay.
That's awesome. Well, you know, and I love that. I love the idea of what you're talking about, where I make the post during the week, and I let the stats tell me which ones to boost for the next week, right? So often we get in the habit where it's like, I'm gonna make the post, I'm gonna boost it right away, and I got no idea if anyone's even gonna like it. So, right, do your postings at the end of the week. Look at them, see which one was the most which one was upvoted the most, essentially, right? Every time you get a like or a view, that can be considered maybe an upvote, and take those top 2 or 3 upvoted posts and boost those for the broader audience. That's awesome.
Absolutely. And if you continue to do that, and again, I offer coaching on all this stuff. So if anybody is interested in that, you just go to Coach Pyatt, PYATT.com, and it's all right there as well.
Awesome. All right, buddy. Listen, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Great question from Vince there, because I learned I like the name of the business page, right? Your name, home marketing system, like the graphic that you got at the top there, and then that the discussion about knowing what to boost, right? Let your audience tell you what to boost between the views and the likes that the post got from the previous week. So good stuff. I appreciate that. That is awesome. And if you want, I will. There we go. Awesome. Now, of course, Shannon took up a little bit more time than we expected, which is awesome.
Sorry, bud.
We learned a lot. But so I'm going to cover some. Vince, are there any questions for Shannon? Or any follow-up that you want to ask him before we get on to the next?
Well, I haven't seen any questions in the panel in the attendees, but I will. Let me ask one more question, Shannon. It's kind of along what we were just talking about. And that is, do you use a community page? Do you ask agents to create one that you're coaching?
That depends. I do have community pages that I post to every once in a while. What I've found out is you get better responses, in my personal opinion, when posting to like particular groups, like yard sale groups, trade sale groups, things like that. Now you have to be careful what the rules are, right? You do those, you get a better response. But I will tell you, if you have a community group, I would recommend that you utilize your community that you live in. That's what I did. Okay. And then you create a particular page for that community. And then that's a good way to get some seller leads, because you start posting things about what's going on in the area, and almost like a Facebook version of a next door, if you will, right? And you kind of become the go-to person of that, and they know that you're the admin. And whenever you do so, you can put on, home values, or in this case, hey, earn a 4-night, 3-day trip to Las Vegas, and people like that. And then if they're your neighbor, not only could you not just you could actually go and print the certificate off, right, and go take it to them and say, hey, you're my neighbor, I run this thing, I just want to make sure you got the certificate, right? And now you're standing in their front door. I mean, you got a good chance, and that's not a cold call by any means.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. All right,
Thanks.
perfect. And one thing we didn't mention at the beginning of the webinar is, if anyone does have a question, by all means, please ask them. All right. So if you have any questions related to something Shannon said, relating to something I'm gonna be talking about after this, type it into the GoToWebinar control panel, and we'll try to get to it. So appreciate that from everybody.
No problem. Well, I'm gonna mute myself, and I'm gonna sit here and listen to you guys for a little bit then.
Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much, and we'll bring you back at the end of the webinar if you're still here. And otherwise, we'll look forward to getting the video from you a little bit later this week, and we'll send that video out to everybody as well. So let's continue on. We talked about some of the other things in this webinar that we wanted to cover, because there's been a lot of great stuff lately from our mastermind group. So if you're a client of Listings to Leads, hopefully you are in the mastermind group. And to kind of continue that idea, the theme that we just got in with Shannon about Facebook ads and doing something different, having a different hook than the standard Facebook ad. One of the tools in Listings to Leads is what we call a print flyer for nearby homeowners. And it's essentially, it works as almost an invite to homeowners around your listings, or listings that you might be marketing, like an open house. So if you have an open house, coming soon, just sold, just listed, what have you, whether it's your listing or a listing that you're borrowing to hold open, for example. This letter is something that our clients are using. And as you can see here, this guy, Dustin, he's a agent from one of our broker clients, 10 listings in the last 4 months from this. 10 listings in 4 months from using this one tool from listings to leads. And I'm going to show you the tool. If you are a listings to leads client, you'll recognize the task list. So when you click the task icon for a listing, and I don't want to get into too much of this kind of stuff in this webinar, but I'm just going to show it here where it says print flyer for nearby homeowners. I'm going to show you why this letter generates the most ROI, all right, way above a Facebook ad. And because it lets the nearby neighbors know about the listing. So this particular listing is coming soon. So we'll say this listing is coming soon for sale. And as Shannon mentioned about the text codes, right, and the URL to the listing, so they can get the listing information. But why this thing generates such high quality seller leads is because it lets the homeowners near the listing know that when the listing is sold, it will affect their home's value, and it gives them a link to go and get their home value, right? And so the quality of seller leads that this thing generates, we've had clients tell us neighbors have chased them down the street when they do door knocking or drop it off, that their inbox absolutely blows up, right, when they mail them out. So you can mail these. They sit in an editor so they can be edited. But this tool, in listings to leads, a print flyer for nearby homeowners, you've got this for every listing at every status, and this thing absolutely rocks. This is one of the comments that was under that previous post that we just saw from Dustin, and Tara jumped in here and she said we had a bunch of letters go out for a new listing, and they can always tell when the letter gets received, and they mail them out just like Dustin did, because the seller leads come in like crazy. And a little bit later in this post, 17 of her last closed sales was a direct result of home value ads with L2L landing pages. And then they just started doing the letters, and they're blown away from the number of high quality seller leads that they're getting from it. All right. So I want, if you are a listings to leads client, make sure that you get into the mastermind group, take a look at that post. If you're not a listings to leads client yet and you sign up, you'll have access to the mastermind group. But this is that tool in your listings to leads account. Again, every listing in your account, every status has it, and it's called the print flyer for nearby homeowners. So again, if you're an active client of ours, you're a member of the mastermind group, get in there, find that post, and you can ask support to send it to you, and we'll make sure we get that to you so you can read on that post for more information. All right. Now, another one, this guy here, Steve Ford. This is not even his listing, all right? Found out about a listing, it was in his farm area, and he got permission to market it, all right? Within 24 hours, 6 pre-approved clients out looking at homes, right? Had a great open house, and using the listings to leads landing page. So this was the listing landing page for this listing. Used his kind of an unbranded community page, but for Stark County property values. And you can see the ad in the results here, all right? So again, I wanted to show this because a lot of our clients have their own listings, of course, all right? So typically, most of our clients will have their own listings, but a lot of our clients, they join up, right, because they want to use the different landing pages, but you can also borrow listings, all right? So this is literally not his listing. There's a listing he borrowed, and he absolutely crushed it, all right? So again, if you're not a member, right, if you're not an active member of Listings to Leads, you will not have access to the mastermind group. But if you are a client, get yourself into the mastermind group, check this out, and just keep in mind, you can add listings to your Listings to Leads account that are not even yours, all right? As long as you got permission to market them, right? Talk to your broker if you're not sure about how to do that. But this is literally a listing he borrowed from another agent in his office, held it open, and he has now got 6 new pre-approved clients looking at properties, and he's getting other great engagement as well, all right? So we have a whole blog post. If you go to our website, listingstoleads.com, you scroll down a little bit, we have a blog with a lot of great stuff. And we recently just updated this, how to build your business when you have no listings. And you'll see, for example, open house marketing is the first one that we mentioned, because that seems to be the most popular one that people like to do. But you're going to see a lot of opportunities of how can I generate leads when I myself do not have any listings, all right? So whether you borrow listings to hold open, you go after FSBOs, you got down payment assistance, new construction, right? There are literally almost unlimited opportunities for you to be generating leads, seller leads, buyer leads, and so on, all right? Now, this is another one I like a lot, because this deals with a listing that she was marketing. So this was her listing. She got 3 buyers into contract from this one ad, right? And I thought it was kind of cool because she did $100 for 3 days, right? And it was a boosted post off of her business page. So she did not do an ad, right? And this is one of the things, and Shannon, right? And you kind of spoke to it a little bit here, using your business page, right? Some people say, well, never use a business page, only use a community page to do ads from. And some people say, well, boosting a post is no good. You got to go through the ads manager. And one of the things I can tell you is it all works and none of it works. All right. So I can crush it with the ads manager one week, and maybe the next week I don't do so well. Same thing with a boosted post. And so anytime you're in one of these Facebook groups or you're in a networking event, you're talking to other agents and they say that X never works, right? Or Y never works, or only Z will work. Well, I can tell you, we've been hearing that for 10 plus years now at Listings to Leads about everything, right? So just because someone tells you a boosted post doesn't work and somebody else agrees with them, it doesn't make it true, all right? This is exactly next. I hear that all the time. Well, boosting doesn't work. Boosting doesn't work. Well, $100 for 3 days, which I thought was kind of gutsy, all right? So one of the things that she said, which I absolutely loved because I agree with her, is professional photos. If you are not doing professional photos, right? Shannon, I think you do professional photos. I think you'd even do some videos and 3D tours of your listings. Professional photos is where it's at. 'Cause that's the first thing people see are those photos, all right? So again, that gets into if you're using crappy photos, you're probably gonna get crappy results, all right? Use great photos, you have more of a chance to get great results, especially when you're using a tool like Listings to Leads. So she's using that single property website, same thing like Shannon showed, where that lead form comes up right away. That can be forced as it was with Shannon or her, right? There's a lot of options here. You don't have to use Facebook. It can be optional, whatever, but absolutely crushing it, promoting that as a boosted post off of her Facebook page. And I just brought up one of my single property websites because that's what Shannon and her were both using. And you can see how it works right there. So I got mine set to optional, but the lead form comes up. And if you got it as required, they can't get through it. Now, Shannon, one of the things that you had in yours that I really liked, right, aside from you got the example of a Matterport 3D virtual tour here, but are the client reviews. So Shannon both had a client review video that he put together. A lot of his clients were leaving him video reviews. And so Shannon put all those together into one video. So not only does Shannon have his client reviews from Zillow automatically coming in, right? You could get your client reviews from Google, from Facebook, right? Can be from Zillow, you get them into Listings to Leads, but you may also have a video about your business that you can put into Listings to Leads like this. So a little bit of an aside right there that I thought I would share with people. And then the last one I wanted to mention on this call, as far as a way to take Listings to Leads, supercharge your marketing. And so this guy here, one of our clients, Kevin, he had a listing. And he was on one of our webinars where we were talking about doing down payment assistance landing pages. All right, so we have custom landing pages. A lot of people will take them and do down payment assistance or stop renting, start owning, right, going after buyers. And so Kevin took that idea, and this listing was perfect for down payment assistance. So he created a custom landing page using Listings to Leads and is promoting this right on Facebook to offer down payment assistance for this particular home. And I thought it was absolutely brilliant, all right? Generating buyer leads. So before Facebook changed a lot of the targeting options, he was generating buyer leads at about $1 a buyer lead. All right, now he's up to about $1.50, which is still pretty cheap, right? Still very, very good pricing, but he's absolutely crushing it, getting lots of engagement from the people from the leads that he's generating. All right, getting these leads over to his lender as needed if they're not able to, or if they want more information and actually get pre-qualified for down payment assistance. But I thought it was an absolutely brilliant way to use listings to leads, where you want to go after buyer leads, you want to market a home, you want to go after people that may not be targeted by your average real estate agent, right? Not many real estate agents are offering down payment assistance. And in this case, it's not him, right, that's doing all the legwork to get people the information about down payment assistance. He lets that happen via the autoresponder, and then let the lender, right, take over those leads, right, and just give them back to them, or the lender will let him know when they're ready to purchase. So it's not like the agent here has to do all the legwork for down payment assistance and all that. That gets given to the lender, but the agent keeps the lead and starts working with that lead once they are ready from the lender. All right. So an absolutely awesome idea. In fact, here's the landing page itself. I'm not going to click through it, but you can see completely mobile responsive. And this could have been actually a video, right? You got a video of the property. This could be a full screen video landing page like this one. This is another landing page from Listings to Leads. And again, this is kind of cool, right? So not every lead, right, needs to be gone after the same way, right? We think about marketing properties, marketing the property valuation landing pages, right? Similar to what Shannon was showing us, and others that you probably have seen out in the marketplace. But
if you want to see another example, just go to my LakeNormanHomesellers.com.
All right, so give me 1 second. I'll bring that up on my other monitor and I'll transfer it over. So
LakeNormanHomesellers.com, and then I'll show you what.
All right, awesome. Let me see. Oh, yeah, all right. So I see, yep, you got it. And, oh, that looks nice, dude. All right, so you got a forward, so it forwarded.
It hasn't changed there. Yeah, it hasn't. There we go.
Oh, there, that's cool.
So that's just a complete flyover that I took from, we've got a company here that is a local news organization. And these flyover videos of Charlotte and Lake Norman and so on every once in a while. And so literally I found that on YouTube. I knew that it was not a registered product with anyone, and I just went ahead and made a landing page out of it.
Nice, nice. And this is another landing page from Listings to Leads. So it's kind of cool because if you think about it, right, we got I'm going to call it standard because this is what we call a standard format for a property valuation landing page. But this is from Listings to Leads. This is from Listings to Leads. This is from Listings to Leads. And it all looks so different. He's got unlimited property valuation landing pages. This could have been an image, as he's got it here. You got a video. And I've seen some really, really cool stuff here. And I think what's really awesome about this, Shannon, is I think about the idea of continuity, so that you want the ad and the landing page to match up, right? So I don't want to have one graphic in the ad and a completely different graphic on the landing page. And we know video is really big as well now, right? I can run video ads, and video is so great for retargeting on Facebook. So if someone watches just a few seconds of your the video in the ad that you do, which could be the same video as what's on this landing page, all right, talking about Lake Norman home values, they watch just a little bit of the video, they can be retargeted to. But when they click and they land on the landing page, well, it's the same video as what they saw in the ad, right? So that continuity will help make sure that your conversion stays high, all right? So what an awesome use. This is really cool. This is really neat. And what's cool is I can just sit here and watch this for a little while. All right, like I'm seriously, I'm looking at it, it's going, this is really, really cool. I like this. So yeah, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, just another example of a Listings to Leads landing page being used in a really, really cool way there. Just like this one, right? Going after, homeowners, or I'm sorry, to buy a home in Mammoth, right? Yeah. So this is a ski area. not too far from us. Yeah, a little bit colder than the lake and what you saw at Lake Norman. But I tell you, if you live in an area, right, winter's coming up, and you got, for example, skiing in the area. Maybe you live in an area like where Shannon, where you got a lake. That's a very big part of your community. You know, to be able to show that off in video, not only in the ad but in the landing page like this, is absolutely brilliant. And Shannon, one of the things I did is I actually used a Facebook group. And I asked in the Facebook group, are there any drone people here that have videos that I could buy? And I bought a couple of videos similar to what yours was, like $50 from a guy who already had videos. So wow. I put, yeah, and I think this, and I'm sharing this with people so that they can do something similar. Whereas, you know, go into a local Facebook group, ask if there's any drone companies or operators there that have videos of your area. And you may find that they've got videos like this, or like the one that Shannon was showing us here, ready to use, and that they'll sell you cheap, because these people, you know, they've got these kind of videos that they've done in the past for other clients, right? That they're able to share with other people as well. So if you don't have a video like this, you don't know where to even go to find a video like this, get into one of your local Facebook community groups and just ask. Right, and you may even get one for free from somebody if they maybe put their information in the video somewhere, you know, video courtesy of as well. So you may even be able to get one for free that way. But yeah, that is so awesome. That's really, really cool. All right, so Vince, anything else that we should share on this call? I thought the call might go even longer than an hour. It's only 11:51, so we got a little bit of time left. Vince, what should we talk about, or what should we share, or what should we do at this point?
Well, I kind of want to say one thing, and because you're bringing up a lot of ideas, and I want to kind of repeat what you were saying earlier, which is there are a lot of different ways to do this. I know we don't want to kind of dive into listings to leads, but if there are people that are seeing this call that don't know our platform, it might be worth just sort of poking on the listings page. And I know Shannon knows this, and you kind of described a few things inside the Mastermind group, but I often tell people there are probably more than 50 tools inside this system. And one thing that I can tell, you know, when I asked the question of Shannon earlier about do you use a community page, the one thing, you know, he said, yeah, sure he does, but he also is putting information in his pages consistently. And if I can tell you anything that is important to your business, any business, but definitely as a realtor, you have to consistently be reaching out and building your brand and capturing leads. And with our platform, and I'm sure Shannon can tell you this, Scott can tell you this, everything we do is designed to capture a lead for you. So if you start to learn about what we're doing, learn about all the tools we create. I mean, you know, you could go along the tabs, the agent listing website, the client review website. You could click on the task list. There are so many tools in there, and that unfortunately is one of those things that kind of scares a lot of agents. But if you start to sort of get your arms around a handful of tools and you consistently use them, that's probably the number one key thing, is to continually every week, maybe it's every day, like Shannon's saying, get a few things out there. You're going to get results, you're going to build a brand, and you're going to impact your business on the revenue side, on getting, you know, your top line in. And I can tell you, you know, Scott's not mentioning it, we've got more tools coming right down the pipe. I mean, we're about to release some really powerful stuff. Shannon, you're going to be excited, and probably, you know, 7 to 14 days. And that is always the story. We are always bringing new tools. There's a section here that nobody ever talks about, the home value header. It just keeps going. And so my recommendation to anybody, whether you're a client of ours or not, and you know, we're in a way, we're a software play. And if you know anything about buying software for your company, you only use 10 to 20% of it. And that is just the norm, whatever industry you're in. But the more you dive into listings to leads, the more you're going to realize that we have a lot of tools. We take in a lot of input from our clients. Scott has always got his eyes open to what's cool, that's happening out there, and how can we leverage that in our platform. And we do. And so continue to learn, continue to get on the classes, and continue to dig into this. If you're going to be in real estate, this is going to help your business. And that's really all I got.
Yeah, you know, it's funny, similar to what Shannon said about KV Core conversion. We have another client who's been with us, Shannon, almost as long as you have. and he's using, I never know how to pronounce it, Ylopo, I think it's how you say it. And I asked him, I said, well, why in the world are you using listings to leads if you're using that? And he said, because the tools you guys offer are just second to none. You got so many awesome tools. And just like you, he said everything feeding into Ylopo, so everything is funneling into one place. But using the tools in listings to leads on top of that platform, similar to what you're doing with KV Core, using these tools on top of that platform, just to give a lot more reach, a lot more options, right? And the ability to really respond, right, to different marketing opportunities. Because that's a cool thing. That's the maddening thing, but also the awesome thing about real estate is it seems like every couple of weeks there's something new coming out and you go, oh, I want to do that. Well, you can't do this if the landing page provider you're using only gives you one landing page, doesn't allow video to be used like this, right? So you're stuck. And so to have a vendor like Listings to Leads that is so pliable in the sense of, well, I can do a landing page that looks like this with an image. I can do a landing page like this with a video. I can create another landing page like this one for Charlotte. I can create another landing page like this one for Lake Norman. And they're all templated. So it's just a few check, a few options to select. Boom, I'm good to go. And I'm off and running with that new thing I heard about in that Facebook group or from this person over here. Right, I'm hearing all these awesome ideas of things I can do. And now I've got a vendor that's got a product that allows me to really go after all of that. All right. I think that's really the key of why agents like Shannon and why others, they've got these awesome underlying programs and they're using listings to leads on top of them.
Yeah, you got to use it as a supplement, Scott. And that's the thing. I mean, like, I'll give you an example. Until I went to EXP, I could not afford KV Core. Okay, KV Core was $1,500 or something down. It's like $1,000 a month, right? It's a very, very expensive system. But when I went over to EXP, that was given to me as part of my tech package that I pay for every month. Therefore, it opens up money that I would have spent on a lead generation system. Now I can use on another lead generation system to couple those two together and kind of marry them, if you will, and utilize those two together. So what happens is when a lead comes in for me from listings to leads, it automatically funnels straight into KV Core immediately. They get set up on campaigns, they start getting emails, they start getting text messages. I literally don't have to worry about worry about that particular buyer or seller until they raise their hand and say, hey, by the way, I'm interested over here, you know.
Yep.
And that's, people say all the time, you know, how can you keep up with, 50 seller leads at one time? Because KV Core is doing all that for me. So literally, and then I'll get an email from them and go, oh, yeah, it'll say something like, I'll send them a text message. Hey, what did you think of the valuation of your home? And a question mark. And that's all it says. And then on back and they'll say, oh, I thought it was, it actually came back better than I thought it was. Now I've opened up a dialogue. Now I'm talking with these people. Now I've got a hot lead.
Yeah, and so you can see here in listings to leads, I just thought I'd bring this up real quickly. The direct integrations, Wise Agent, Line Desk, Boomtown, Real Geeks, and so on down there. We got the Zapier as well. And then a lot of other programs like Market Leader, Realty, Juggler, Follow Up Boss is another big one a lot of people use. Those also can be tied into via the main account page. So whether you're using one of these or another program, we can make sure that we get those leads into them directly, because that, of course, is the key, the follow-up. So using listings to leads to generate those leads, market those listings, go after seller leads and all of that, and then getting them into your CRM for the follow-up. So awesome stuff there. Shannon, listen, as we wrap it up here, I really want to thank you a lot for joining us. Again, for anyone that wants to sign up for Listings to Leads via Shannon's affiliate link, go to shannonl2l.info. If you want more information about the travel vouchers, again, I think what's awesome about this is it's unlimited. So once you're a part of this, you might generate 50 or 500 or anywhere in between or more or less. And you got the travel vouchers to be able to give to those people. And again, Shannon was just showing about going after seller leads, but I can see a ton of different opportunities for this as well. All right, going after buyer leads. I mean, you're really only limited by your imagination.
When I was talking about the affiliate program on this one, where you get paid up to 50%.
Yeah.
So it's 40% on your first level and 10% on people that they bring in, right? So it's pretty simple. It's not, but it's an affiliate program. And so literally, when someone say, Scott, you sign up for Trip Valet and you pay your $97 every month, $40 of that is coming to me, right? That's pretty incredible. And so if you think about this, I mean, I actually got a lady that is a hairdresser signed up with this program because I just told her about it. I said, hey, how would you like to be able to offer trips to your clients, right? I got my car wash people signed up, right? They offer the gold, the silver, the platinum, right? You see what I'm saying, right?
Awesome. That's
And
awesome.
so they're giving away trips for this kind of stuff. So that's the kind of stuff that you can do with this particular system. Because remember, when I say you have unlimited travel vouchers, you have unlimited travel vouchers. Now, people will ask, I'm not going to take long, but I want to explain this part real quick. People will ask, they'll say, how does this happen? How can you give away trips? Let me give you a 30-second overview of how this works out. It's very simple. There is something out there called rate parity. And like if you think about Expedia and Travelocity and all these different companies that are out there, right? They're all kind of under one umbrella, and it's kind of like a bank with an FDIC, right? So they've all got these rules and regulations that they have to abide by. This is a private company that you can buy into, that you are a member of. Okay, and so what happens is these hotels, if you drive down the road and you see a hotel, the Ritz or whatever, on a Friday night, and they've got 300 vacant rooms, you can see the lights turned off, right? Well, they want people in those hotels. They want people eating at their restaurants. They want people playing in their casinos. They want people using their spas. Right? They need people in their rooms. And if they're 30 days out and they don't have those rooms booked, then they will do whatever they can to get those rooms booked. Therefore, they give companies like TVI these vouchers and say, hey, that's why you have to, it has to be 30 days out, right? But that's the reason, is because, look, we need to get our rooms filled, and they give us that opportunity. So you have literally unlimited to give out. So that's a pretty incredible opportunity.
Yeah, and again, I think for all those people that think, well, I need a new hook, I need something, right? I want to stand out from the crowd. This is awesome. This is really, really cool. All right, Shannon, thank you so much for that. Vince, anything from you that you want to wrap it up with?
No, just kind of a repeat of what I'm saying is get into the program because there's just so many things that are going to help your business. I think that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, and I think, when you join the program, make sure you get yourself into the Mastermind group. There's just a ton of stuff in the Mastermind group that people are sharing. And again, if you're on this call, and if you're watching the recording, we will be sending out the follow-up videos, one from Shannon that gets into this in a little bit more detail for you. And then we'll send out another video from us that goes through some of those posts in the Mastermind group that we reviewed. Again, with a lot more information, step-by-steps on how to do it and so on, both within Listings to Leads and doing the Facebook ads, so you can get more information about that as well. So listen, everybody that joined us or that is watching the recording, thank you so much as always, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Vince. We'll talk to you both later.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right. Thank you.